Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah in Texas, and this is our place to chat all the latest reality TV gossip. And of course, Jeff Lewis, the Jeff Lewis After Show, his dating life. Oh my gosh, we have so much to get to. Hope you're having an amazing day. I am dealing with a rainy, dreary day here in the Houston area. I did drive into town. I was shopping for a little costume jewelry for some upcoming events. I absolutely booked my hotel, my airfare last night for the amazing dinner in New York City that I was invited to attend with M and S, with Jeff and Shane. I cannot wait. And I think y'all figured out that I have a very important event next week in LA. So anyways, so much going on. Let's get to shout out news. As always, I will always share everything that I can with you when I'm able to share it. So anyways, yeah, rainy and yucky in Arkansas too. Let me know in comments what y'all are up to. I love when y'all chat with each other, and I obviously love whenever I get to see the questions and the comments also. Oh, I love that, Lori. Shout out everybody, Robin and Melanie and Krista. Oh my gosh, everybody on YouTube, everyone on Instagram, thank you, and everyone over on TikTok. Sorry, it's just been a crazy day. I have no makeup on. Got a little sporting a little Christmas t-shirt. So anyways, just bear with me. You know what I mean? The holidays are so fun, but they're so busy. And when you add in 3 flights in the month of December, it's even busier, right? So anyways, totally been shopping a lot and trying to find curating the right outfits and looks and all the things. So anyways, keep manifesting, because on top of everything else amazing that's going on, I think I told y'all I had a Zoom last night. It went so good. Like, I am just in awe at the possibilities that are being presented to me. And no, it has nothing to do with SiriusXM or being on the after show. So I love when y'all say those things, but that's beyond my dreams. And I do live in Houston, so I don't think, being on the after show is all that feasible for me. But anyways, some really, really good things happening. So I am just dying. And I will obviously share with you when I can. Okay, let's get to it. Shout out news. So last night I was sent, thank you, Jeff Lewis Sluice, I adore you. I was sent the Instagram subscriber content that Dumois posted. Also, Bravo and Cocktails posted, I think even earlier in the day, but I'm not really sure the time frame. I don't have either one of those. So I really appreciate when y'all share good information with me. I will always keep your information private. I don't care if, Dumois asked me, paid me $1 million to share who the source was. I would never share it. So anyways, thank y'all that share this information with me. But I wasn't going to say anything until now, because now it's all over Reddit. It's in the Facebook groups. It's everywhere. So anyways, we will chat about that. Taylor Armstrong, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Watch What Happens Live, and PK's posting. Then we will get into Jeff Lewis Live with MJ and Jamie Kennedy, and then the after show with Joey Zalzig and Judge Lauren Lake herself. Okay. So Dumois' information said, I've received from several people that was at Kathy Hilton's Christmas party that Heather McDonald was very drunk. That's literally what it said. And it said that she had a confrontation with Joey Zalzig over her Jeff Lewis feud. So quickly, I was like, let me think of all the people were at Kathy Hilton's party. A lot of people, right? So I have a very kind, lovely DM relationship with a few of them. So I picked one that I thought would answer me quickly. And that person confirmed this absolutely happened. I don't know anything else. I didn't really probe for anything else, but I just wanted to confirm, because as y'all know, with blinds, these people like Bravo and Cocktails, Dumois, they're sent information. I mean, they probably have trusted sources and then kind of new people that they don't really know very well. And the Dumois thing said she was sent from multiple people at this party that this confrontation happened. Somebody says that Joey Zalzig denied it. So I went scrolling through his Instagram stories just to see what he said about it. Shout out, Kayla. Yes, I'm going to talk about Julie and Brandy on a Juicy Scoop today for sure, because they were making some digs at Jeff Lewis. So we'll chat about that for a sec. Anyways, and it was really good. I really do like when Brandy and Julie are on. I think they are all, yeah, we'll talk about them in a second. So what I saw on Joey Zalzig's stories, somebody asked him and asked me anything, asked Joey anything, and they said they called it a tussle. Well, to me, a tussle means a physical altercation. So, Dumois stuff, Bravo and Cocktails, nothing ever said there was a physical confrontation. It just said, that Heather McDonald confronted Joey about a Jeff Lewis feud. So anyways, so he denied it, but that's because it said the word tussle. And I think everyone thinks a tussle means like physical altercation, like, it sounds like wig pulling and stuff like crazy, Real Housewives of Atlanta stuff. So anyways, he denied it, but we'll see how this plays out. So I did listen because I was driving into Houston today, like I said, to go to this store that my girlfriend recommended to get some jewelry. I did find some earrings for the event next week. And I just ordered a bracelet on Amazon for it. Bracelet, cuff, whatever they're called, something fancy. Anyways, but now I lost my train of thought. I literally don't even know how to say it. Something about Joey and Heather. Okay, so I was listening. Yes, I was listening to Juicy Scoop on my way into Houston. Didn't get to listen to it all. It's like a 90-minute episode today, but Brandy and Julie are on. There's at least 2 or 3 like moments where like Brandy and Julie say things about Jeff Lewis, Brandy about the 15-minute mark, and then about the 26-minute mark, maybe the 29-minute mark. Somebody was sending me all these timestamps, so I appreciate y'all when y'all help me do my job. And they were saying kind of digs against Jeff Lewis. So they definitely still, they're still dealing with all the whatever and talking about it, which is understandable. But Heather didn't mention anything. She definitely talked. I mean, she opens the whole thing, of course, about gushing about, being invited to Kathy Hilton's party and how she does her own hair and makeup and, pictures that she took with people and, who was nice, who's not, all the things. So, but she doesn't say anything about this confrontation that I absolutely got confirmed by someone that it happened with her and Joey. So I don't know. I kind of thought, at least with my confrontation, we had on Sunday at BravoCon in the VIP room, she didn't deny it. And she also unblocked me and then sent me a DM that, just felt slightly short of an apology, but it, definitely was. And then she mentioned it on her Juicy Scoop with Brandy and Julie, her housewives moment that she regrets and she apologized for at BravoCon. Patty Painless is saying, is Jeff paying for your travel expenses? No, I do not ask Jeff to pay for my travel expenses. And why would he? I don't make money for Jeff Lewis. You know what I mean? Like I just do a fun fan account that hopefully one day will make me more than $3 a month. From Jeff Lewis. So if anything, I should pay his airfare. You know what I mean? But I don't. Tara Mike, was Heather McDonald drunk when she approached you? I don't know how to gauge when people are drunk or not, but I don't know. Anyways. Oh, Kayla, I love you so much. I better see you in LA again soon. I'll be out there twice soon in the month of December. Yeah. Okay. We covered that. Taylor Armstrong. Is anyone sad that she's not returning as a friend on Beverly Hills? And I don't think she's switching over to OC switching back to OC, right? Wait, am I getting them mixed up? No, she was on OC. I don't think she's switching to Beverly Hills, right? So anyways, somebody says they are sad. She was really doing nothing for me. Her house, maybe she'll spend the year updating her house. Sorry, that's so, I don't love her house. I'm like Jeff. I want these people to be like crazy aspirational, right? Like I want them like just not necessarily dripping in designer gear. Like Kyle Richards was talking about her Chanel the other day, and like Dorit, Teresa Giudice got the Chanel earrings, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I kind of want people with a very updated house. And I worry that Taylor needs to work on herself, maybe. I don't know. I think some things worry me about her. just a few things. Yeah, Taylor tries too hard, Kay Douglas said. And I don't know why. I mean, I don't know what she would get, how this betters anything in her life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always like, do you have something to promote? Are you trying to make money? Are you trying to be famous? She's already got money. She's already famous. She's got a great husband. She's got a teenage daughter. I mean, I don't know. I guess being on a Bravo Housewives show could be like a hobby, like my Jeff Lewis fan account. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, Michelle Huffman on Instagram. I didn't enjoy her on Jeff Lewis Live either. Yeah, she didn't fit in on Lex Chic. She didn't fit on OC. Yeah, even at the reunion, right? They kind of pulled her up at the very end. Her outfit was, I don't know, didn't love it. Don't have to love it, but I did love her outfit. But just when they even had her leave, it was just kind of like awkward. Like, I don't know, the friend up thing is weird to me, right? Oh, you like the lights just on. Okay. Yeah, they're not twinkling at all today. I had to figure out there's like 6 different adjustments I can do. Okay. I can't tell you all the details about this big Zoom meeting, but I will tell you, like, if it comes to fruition, which it's already in the works, like we're just planning things. Wow, it could be something really fun with some really big people. It would be definitely in LA, Hollywood, probably January-ish. So I'm waiting on Jeffrey Lewis himself. Now, I mean, this isn't the deciding factor at all, but I want Jeff to announce if he's going to do a live event in what city, because obviously I wouldn't want to conflict with that, right? But anyways, just think like live event, live experience, trumpets, so much fun, just like this fan experience for us all. It would be amazing. So anyways, just keep manifesting amazing things to happen for us all. What I truly love about doing a fan account is talking to y'all, meeting y'all in person, going to events together, sharing a hotel together, and like hanging out in the lobby. It is so fun. Yes. Somebody says, Lady Grace says you're hosting ChumpCon. There's nothing, this has nothing to do officially with any business like Jeff Lewis, Shane, none of that. Okay. So, but it is, of course, related to my fan account. And the fact that someone even reached out to me, someone huge in the business, so many connections. This could just be amazing, like amazing. I think I'm going to tour the potential venue next week. I mean, y'all, okay, I've said too much. Anyways, nothing has come to fruition. I just had the Zoom meeting last night, but I'm just flabbergasted that someone of this caliber, multiple people even think there's a possibility for this to happen. And so I need y'all to show up and show up big. If you're in the LA area or you can get there, I will definitely give you as much notice as I can, but I will let y'all know when it all starts happening. So yes, thank you. Y'all are so sweet for being so excited for me. I just can't even believe it. Okay, the last thing of shout out news, PK got in the Instagram and he posted his actual arrest record, the ticket, whatever you want to call it, but it had his freaking address on it. The reason he's posting it is to prove Sutton wrong in all of her suggestions that he had a lady in the car with him when he got pulled over. It very clearly says, and this is what PK circled, that he was alone. He was a single passenger. And then the page 2 of it said something like, whatever it was all to prove that he was alone. There was nobody else in the car. It says, one man with this name, PK was the one that was pulled over in the car. He doxed himself. Exactly. And somebody DM me, rightfully so, because I did share it, which is fine because he had already shared it. Somebody said he took it down. It could have just been taken down, or he could have, it could have expired as an Instagram story because they expire after 24 hours. But sorry, I'm very distracted, and I had my coffee late in the day, so it hasn't worn off yet. So now I feel very jittery, and I only had 1 cup, but that's what coffee does to me. I really shouldn't drink it. But he's trying to prove, obviously, that, Sutton is lying about him. And he was like, why are you making things up? But somebody reminded me, the fact that his wife, Dorit, still has extreme, obviously, PTSD from her home invasion. And then he's going to post their home address and like phone number and full name and stuff. Like, maybe that stuff is public information and people can look it up anyways, but you might as well just mark it out. You know what I mean? Just show the part that I don't know. I guess he was just trying too hard. I sort of understand wanting to prove things wrong whenever things are, whatever, especially if they're on the outs with their marriage, then you don't want to add that rumor out there for it, for sure. Right. But anyway, somebody says they've already moved since then. Okay. So maybe that makes sense. Okay. But then wherever they live, now that address is out there. But regardless, people are going to not know they moved. And they're looking at that like, oh, that's where they live. That's their house. But somebody's got to live there right now. So somebody could show up trying to to rob PK and Dorit or do something terrible. And it could be a whole other family or person that lives there. Like, that's even worse to me. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, let's get into today's Jeff Lewis Live. MJ and Jamie Kennedy. They talk about Scream, and Jamie like gives all these details about the money that he made. I was kind of living for it, right? Oh my God, Lady Grace says, I love deep diving addresses. Hashtag not a stalker. Y'all, the way that the second Jeff announced this house that he had bought, one of y'all, several of y'all had already sent me all these videos of the inside of his house, and like we're picking it apart for like the designer stuff that he needed to. And now we know why he's practically gutting the whole house, because yeah, y'all sent me a video of all the bathrooms and the house, the kitchen and stuff. And a lot of it did need to be updated. So it kind of makes sense. But I love that y'all are like complete deep divers. And even Jamie Kennedy was talking about the Karens that can like post all this crazy stuff, but they can also find out stuff. Oh, thank you. Who bought me a badge? I can't see. Gigi, thank you for buying a badge on Instagram. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all for everyone that bought badges yesterday, everyone that gave me TikTok gifts yesterday. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Wait, you love driving by the houses, Lady Grace? Girl, I love it. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love that. Krista says, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Stu is super excited. The wedding is tomorrow, his brother's. He promises to post lots of pictures on Instagram. Oh, I love that for his brother. And obviously he's going through it with his mom just passing away recently. So the whole family. So, continued prayers for Stu and all of them. Jeff flossing in the elevator. Oh my God, is anyone else surprised by this? I mean, as much as Jeff is like type A and a neat freak and all these things, remember a while back when he got caught on video camera, he like spit some floss out or it bit a fingernail off and threw it on the ground. What was that? That was gross that he did. And Alyssa totally called him out on it. Now we've got MJ. Thank you, Lisa, for buying a badge. Now we've got MJ calling him out for flossing in the elevator up. He says, oh, I turned around. No, you don't. Like, regardless, he eats like this lox and whatever at the psych class that they go to every morning. He says he eats the same thing every time. Salmon, the lox and bagel thing, cream cheese. Like, that's all on your, even when you floss, if it's regular floss, they got those sticks that go in, but if it's regular floss, it's still getting on your hands right there. And then you're pushing the button. Ew, like, Jeffrey, what are you doing? Gross. I was kind of surprised, but I'm really not. But we will talk about this date of the guy. I guess we should call him Tequila and Red Bull. Is that what we're calling him? The 38-year-old, and all these things that still keep coming out. And now they're using the drug. I mean, Shane multiple times today, especially later in the show, was saying, yeah, he was on drugs. He's on cocaine. He's an F-boy. All because he drinks Red Bull and tequila? We have friends that drink Red Bull and tequila. Like, they're not on any of that crazy stuff. Like, I was shocked. But if anyone's going to know, the community, it's maybe Joey Zalzig and Shane Douglas, right? So I think they're very, very protective of Jeff. And until, but you know, Jeff, this is the guy. So Tequila and Sweatpants, this is his fourth date. Remember, it's only going slow, like 1 week, one date a week. He's known this guy for like 5 years, though, he says. Like they've definitely hooked up. They definitely know each other. It's one of these people that, like, when one of them has a breakup, they kind of reach out via DM or text or whatever, right? Oh, where did I get this? Probably at Nutcracker Market or a local boutique. I've had it for a couple of years. I'm not really sure. Anyways, thank you. Um, anyways, that was crazy though. Like I can, so Jeff, whenever you spray the Listerine things, that doesn't go anywhere or get in your, on your hands or anything. But when you're flossing in an elevator, I don't know. Thank y'all for liking the live on TikTok. I really appreciate it. It helps other Jeff Lewis people to find us, right? I appreciate it. Yeah, Storm Davis said Sweatpants was so good on the after show. I mean, the way Judge Lauren Lake was giving him some advice, she was going all in. She and Jeff are of the same age. They're both single. I think she was being really honest. Like, hey, maybe we don't understand what's going on in the dating world. And maybe Joey and Shane know more about what this, means. It's not just one thing. It's not just the tequila and the Red Bull. It's the time of day. It's the fact that he was being too comfortable in Jeff's house. The fact that he kept the bathroom door open when he peed. The fact that he didn't wash his hands. I mean, just so many things. The oversized gray sweatpants. Like, buy yourself some new sweatpants. The thing about Jeff and dating, though, that they keep warning him about is they want him, and MJ even brings it up. MJ says Andy Cohen didn't like your ex-boyfriend because he thought he was using you for fame. So she wants someone more on Jeff's level, which I think she was saying like his stature, whatever you call it, like his money. I don't know if Jeff wants that. I think Jeff likes, like he complained about the guy, this guy, no, the other guy that's, I don't know, he's got like 3 or 4 guys now because now Andy Cohen's setting him up with somebody that he's wanted to set him up for a while. So there's a few people out there. Krista Lamas is trying to set him up with a neighbor that he was, okay, for one thing, he does not need to date this neighbor, especially if he's famous. He said he's been nominated for a what do you call it? Emmy, maybe something, Academy Award, whatever it's called. But he might be in the closet. Like, no, that is not the person Jeff Lewis needs to date because Jeff will absolutely say his name. And do you think this guy wants to come out for the first time dating Jeff Lewis? Like, oh my God, like I'm just dying. Ches Blanc said that Andy Cohen didn't like Stu. Clarify. I mean, I thought y'all listened to the show, so I was just saying that. Yeah, Sherry Lapina says, who could be the Oscar nominated neighbor? I have no idea. Crazy. Okay, we talked about the dog park. Y'all, this is crazy. So if y'all been following me for a long time, about probably a little less than a year ago. So we've had Luna, our dog, for about 3 years, just over 3 years. And I'd never had a dog as an adult. So this was all new to us, but I grew up with dogs. So I had taken her to the dog park multiple times with my husband, with my kids and their friends. Everything had always been fine. Yes, we had the occasional person to kind of, get their feathers ruffled about like my dog sniffing their dog or, Luna playing with people. Now our dog park has the big dogs and then we have a smaller fence area for smaller dogs. So Luna is an 82-pound black lab. So we always go to the large dog area, right? She's super friendly. She's so nice. She's neutered. She's got all of her shots. Everything's all neutered, spayed, whichever it is for a girl, whatever we had done. And so we don't worry about anything, okay? But I went, luckily, one time with just me and my husband. I'm so glad our kids weren't with us and their friends because they would have been petrified. And this guy had their pit bull or pit bull mix something with the leash on. And we thought, well, that's weird. As soon as you walk into the second gate, everyone takes the leash off because the dogs are free roaming. They're playing. We're hanging out with the other dog people. We always meet friends. Me and my husband were talking everything. So we kind of noticed that this guy had the dog on a leash still. And every time all these other dogs, probably 5 or 6, would go by, it would kind of growl and make noises. And we thought, oh, okay, maybe the dog's getting adjusted, right? I mean, I guess there's got to be a first time for every dog at a dog park. I don't know if this was the guy's first time, the dog's first time, whatever, but we were a little leery. Well, it goes by. Luckily, Luna had on this harness. So the harness has a pull thing at the top and then by her neck, underneath her neck too. So when this pit bull attacked Luna and they were all up on their back hind legs, in a tussle together, my husband was a little bit further away from me. So he was getting this spray. He has a spray that he carries for walks just in case other dogs do anything. They never have. And I just instantly ripped Luna away. The other guy wasn't even calling his dog off. He was just standing there. And I'm sitting there, Luna, Luna. And I am the one, 49-year-old woman at the time, sticking my hand near this other dog that I don't know, and my dog, and pulling Luna away and then getting our leash back on her so we could leave. I was livid. I made a story and I was like, F that guy. I was like, fuck you. I was so mad because the guy never apologized, never acted like it was anything wrong. He stayed at the park. So then we see this other woman, and there was only like 2 or 3 adults, but there was about 4 or 5 dogs there. So this other woman leaves with 2 dogs, and she was like, that dog did the same thing to us. He attacked my dog a little bit ago, and we thought, oh, they'll be fine. And so she left whenever we did. My heart was shaking. I was so livid. I was so terrified. Luckily, Luna, nothing was wrong with her. I got to her just in time, but you do not want to get into the mix of dogs fighting. But then they were talking about all this other stuff that can happen at dog parks, that respiratory disease that's going around. You don't know if a dog is fixed or not. So they could get your dog pregnant, or your dog could get someone else pregnant. They could get hurt. I mean, so many things can go wrong. We haven't taken her back to the dog park since then. I mean, it terrified us. And because I made a story about it, other people were telling me, oh my God, that's the worst place to take your dog, is a dog park. And I'm like, dang, she's great at doggy daycare the few times we've taken her. She's great at, well, now we have her the few times we have to vacation without her. We take her to this private lady that had, Luna's in her own little room, her own little house on this property. And she loves Luna. But anyways, it was terrifying. And I don't think Jeff, with Toby's hip issue, he is even able to take him to the dog park anymore because it could injure him. And he's got to take him on these short, quick walks because of that. So anyways, but it was terrifying. Joey has dogs, Tuxedo, and what's his other dog's name? Tuxedo and something. And then, of course, Judge Lauren Lake has a dog. I forgot his name too. Anyways, it was eye-opening, but I was shocked that so many people have had such bad experiences at dog park. It was terrifying. Yeah, so scary for sure. Yes, Jazz Adams says all dog trainers say to never take your dog to a dog park. So we had a dog trainer for Luna early on just to make sure she wouldn't run out the front door. She was very excitable on walks and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I don't remember asking them about a dog park though. I just don't remember asking them about that. Anyways, what else? So Jeff is talking about giving away some tickets, some invitations for the Hollywood House of season 2. So apparently some people either didn't get their invitation or they didn't see it in spam. I don't know what happened. Mine was just fine. Luna's Spirit. Wait, Luna's Spurt. I love your name. Hello. Anyways, but he announced today that Monroe Lewis is going to be at the event. I'm kind of surprised. Like, I'm assuming his stepmom Claudia is going to be there, and Tom Lewis, who was there at the season 1 party I was at. Lots of family and friends that she'll hang out with and stuff. So I don't even know how much mingling Monroe Lewis will do, but I've never seen her in person. So this is very interesting. Like, my December cannot get more exciting. I mean, it just like every day I'm like, OMG. Jeannie at Asheville says, you got an invite. I've had it for a while, let's just say. Yes, so I will be there. I've got my dress, I've got my shoes, I've got my earrings. I've had hair and makeup booked for weeks. It's all happening, y'all. It's all happening. Of course, I love that Lady Grace says Sarah's been on the Santa's nice list for sure. I mean, amazing things for sure. A December to remember. Make sure you're following me on all my social media at Jeff Lewis Obsessed. I will definitely be covering it all. So exciting. I'm just in awe for sure. What else? Traders is going to come out early. So MJ, I think she probably went pretty far on that. How many of us were expecting or wondering if MJ would talk about this, I guess, a public argument with her husband, since he and her mother talked about it on their Till the Dirt podcast, but she didn't mention it at all. Didn't mention it at all. What else? Oh, okay. We already kind of talked about this, but MJ and the caller that called in told Jeff to level up. Like these people, he wants them to be on the same caliber as them. But then Jeff talks about, yeah, but this guy is already telling me he's too busy. Like he's got this week and they're busy. So as much as we want Jeff to date someone of his caliber, or as another caller said, date an adult or something like that, Jeff doesn't like someone to be too busy for him either. Like Jeff needs to squeeze someone in. Jeff needs someone to be able to squeeze him in whenever he's got time, because Jeff is very busy, right? So what are your thoughts on that? I don't know. I feel like Jeff does want to date younger, which is fine. I think he's more attracted to younger people, vibrant and things like that. But I can't decide. It's like a quandary of wanting someone that has their own career and power and success and owning a house, as MJ, I think, said, or Jamie Kennedy said, but also having time, because when you're that busy and successful, maybe you don't have the time to date Jeff Lewis as much time as he wants, right? Jazz says Jeff should stay single. Okay, well, that's interesting. Yes, Robin says, I think Jeff dates. Where did it go? Oh, I lost it. Melanie says, I'm wondering about MJ and her marriage. I hope everything is okay with her and Tommy. I mean, and I think marriages have their highs and lows. So it could have been just a moment, and everything could be fine now. I sort of wish she would have said something about it. But, some people choose not to talk about anything, just not to give it any more light. Maybe it's still going on. Maybe it's still too raw. Maybe she doesn't want to let people know about it that didn't know about it in advance. So I don't know. I was thankful for the Jeff Lewis sleuth that went to listen to the podcast the other night, and she saw the description, and it was like, there's no MJ. It's just me and Vita, because, we got into an argument and MJ left with our son and she hasn't come back yet. So Sherry Lapina says MJ sure was pissy on today's show, which might mean problems at home. I think MJ is very opinionated. I think she is very loyal and very protective of Jeff, with his friends, with his dating, with his businesses, everything. And as was Joey, right? So Joey makes it very clear that, and I think Shane was butting in. So Shane was like, I don't think Shane wants him to date this 38-year-old sweatpants, peeing with the door open, not washing their hands, tequila and Red Bull dude, right? Can we just call him TRB, tequila Red Bull, TRB dude? Bravo Rex, is MJ going to be on the Netflix show? Does anyone know when that's coming out? What Netflix show? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. What are badges? Oh, badges on Instagram. You can buy them and it gives me money. It's like a reward. It's like a thank you. And there's rewards on TikTok, and soon I will have the option back on YouTube. I think you can buy them on gifts on Instagram, Reels, and Facebook too. Little things, just goes into your account or something like that. Thank you. But YouTube has me banned for the last 3 months from making any money. So I think I get out of trouble very soon. So anyways, oh, Robin, Sarah, are you going to the Hollywood House Lift premiere party? I missed that. That's awesome. What else? Oh, Paytex on YouTube says MJ sure knows how to start drama. I mean, I think some people, that's their personalities, but also she was on a very successful. Thank you, R. Reich. Is that Judy? Is that my other mom for buying a badge on Instagram? Thank you, Judy. She was on a very successful reality TV show, Shaws of Sunset. I mean, she knows how to keep things spicy, right? I think she knows what she's doing. So I don't know. Ooh, Carol Hamilton. At this stage of Jeff's life, he doesn't need to raise a partner. The new partner is expected to know how to be a partner. Geez. But I also think Jeff is very flexible with who he dates. And I don't think he has I don't know. I think he always thinks he can train someone or teach someone. I don't know. Wait, what? Would you attend a cannabis-infused dinner like Kyle hosted on Beverly Hills? I haven't watched Beverly Hills last night yet. And I haven't watched Watch What Happens Live with Kathy and Paris. I will be watching that soon. But when I tell y'all, I am busy, busier than ever. So I really appreciate when y'all give me information on Instagram DMs that I might have missed, because, this daily podcast, live show, the producing, I help Annie produce the reel when it's over, all the post-production stuff that goes into it. It's a lot, but like the Zoom meetings I'm having, the phone calls, the emails, it's all so good. And of course, I always try to answer y'all's comments and DMs. So that takes a little bit of time too. So I do try to stay up to date on that. I am going to have to wrap up very soon though, like 5 minutes early. Sign me up for a dinner with weed. Mary says, oh my God, y'all are making me blush. What else? Okay. On the after show with Judge Lauren Lake and Joey Zauzig, they go into a lot more details about this 4th date that Jeff is supposed to have tonight. They make no doubt about it that Shane is saying the dude's on drugs. Kind of weird. They said he's too comfortable. He's an F-boy. Crazy. Then a caller calls in and says, get an adult to Jeff. And that Jeff's guy is too busy, he says. I really think he kind of is. Clothes. They talk about, so if you don't follow Joey Zauzig on TikTok and Instagram, he does Instagram lives. He does TikTok lives. He's showing his closet. He's trying to go through clothes. So he and Judge Lauren Lake talk a lot today about clothes and like having kind of the right wardrobe and like not too many clothes, getting rid of clothes. So it was really interesting. If you're not listening to the after show, you really should. Even though Jeff is only on usually for the first segment, I think the rest of the show is still so good. Like I said yesterday, I love that they're mixing it up still with other people. Yeah, Heather's old Annie. Annie works with me, and she works with a lot of amazing people in the industry, but I was her first client. Her first client when she started her own business, after she started her own business. What's it called? A Sharp Perspective. Yeah, A Sharp Perspective, Annie Sharp. And I get to see her next week because so when I'm in LA next week for a very quick trip, I will be doing some work, some business stuff. So I'll tell you all about that as soon as it gets closer. What is a VAP or a VAP? Is that so Joey talked about having this at his house, and it sounds like it's something for like security or like a private police thing. It was kind of crazy. Tomorrow is Dr. Donna, and Megan is back. And then Dr. Donna will be on the whole hour of the Jeff Lewis Live after show. Like he said, chumps have a lot of issues. So all of that. Anyways, I've got an important call to get on, so I have to jump off 5 minutes early today. Thank you so much for joining live. It is so much more amazing to join live. If you're on the replay, shout out, still like and subscribe and comment. All the things. We love it. Shout out. This is Donna Bowling, Daily Dose, Dosers. Anyway, we need to finalize our plans for the December 21st meetup that's going to combine us chumpettes and dosers. We've got to finalize that, but pretty much It is going to be before the event, December 21st, very nearby the Bourbon Room. So very nearby, and we'll finalize that. And Donna and I will both be promoting it. Right, Donna? For sure. Anyways, thank you for joining me. Bye, Chumpets.